So for this question, we're given two lines t and v, and so the line t is going to be 2x minus 3y plus 7, and the line v is going to be ax minus 6y plus 1. And so as you can imagine, we have an a in here, which is just a letter, so you can probably guess we're going to be looking to find the value of this letter, which is the case. But we're told that the lines v and t are going to be parallel, so that's our key piece of information here. And so whenever two lines are parallel, the thing that we need to remember is that the slopes are going to be the same. That's going to be very important for this question, is to remember that the slope of t is going to be equal to the slope of v, given that these two lines are parallel. And this makes sense because if we can picture parallel lines, so we had t and v, if they look like this, basically the slope of the two lines is going to be the same, even though the position of the two lines isn't the same with respect to the axis. So hopefully that makes sense. So if the axis was like here and the two lines are like that, the slope is the same even though they're not in the same place. So the next question we need to ask ourselves is how we find the slope. And basically we have our two lines given in the form here, ax plus by plus c is going to be equal to 0. And so when they're in this form, the slope we can simply find by finding minus a over b. So this is going to be a fraction. So we basically take the number in front of x and put it on top of the fraction, and the number in front of y goes in the bottom, and we just remember to basically make sure we include a minus on the top as well. So basically multiply the fraction by minus 1. And so now that we've done all that, we basically need to find the slope of the line, which we know the slope for sure. So that's going to be the line t, because the line t just involves numbers times x and y. So that's going to be fine. So we can actually just set this up now using a and b. So a and t in the line t is going to be the number 2, and b is going to be the number minus 3. So we're just reading those directly from the line we're given in the question. And so plugging these in, we're going to have 2 on the top. We're going to have to remember to multiply that by minus, just because that's going to be how we find our slope. So we have minus 2 on the top now, and then minus 3 stayed the same on the bottom. And because we've got a minus on the top and bottom, we can actually just cancel these. So we get 2 over 3 is our slope for the line t. What we can actually do now is let this also be equal to the slope of the line v. So we know this is going to be the same thing as the slope of our other parallel line, and so we can actually set up the other side of the equation now to be the slope of the line v, which once again we're going to come back to this minus a over b to find the slope of this line given the form that it's in. So a in this case is just going to be a, so they've left that quite convenient for us. So that's going to be minus a on the top, and then minus 6 on the bottom. So basically what we have is going to be 2 over 3 is equal to minus a over minus 6. And so our last job now is just going to be to find a on its own. So we're going to go step by step. The first step is going to be to multiply across by minus 6. That is going to get us minus a is equal to 2/3 of minus 6, which is just going to be minus 4. So we have minus a is equal to minus 4. And then just dividing across by minus 1, we get that a is equal to 4. So that's going to be the final answer in this case. So our value of a is going to be equal to 4.